making me traitor to myself. Lest myself be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid song.
Oh, Master Antipholus.
That's my name.
Yeah, I know it well, sir. Hello, here's the chain. Yeah, I thought to obtain you at the courtesans. The chain unfinished made me stay thus long. Ooh, yeah.
What is your will I should do with it?
What please yourself, sir. Yeah, I have made it for you. Yeah.
Made it for me, I bespoke it not.
Not once, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Yeah. Go home with it and please your wife withal. And soon, at supper time, I'll visit you and then receive my money for the chain.
Oh, I pray you, sir, receive the money now. For fear you ne'er see chain nor money more.
Oh, you are a merry man, sir. Fare thee well, jerk.
What I should think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think. There is no man is so vain as would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see here a man need not live by ships, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. I'll to the mart, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away! 2, 3, 4.
Live from Lincoln Center, this is The Comedy of Errors by William Shakespeare. The production taking place on the stage of the Vivian Beaumont Theater at Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts in New York City. And so ends the first part. We'll shortly go backstage for our intermission feature, and after that, our second part will continue. But now, backstage and our host, Robert Krulwich.
Don't go getting the sandwiches. We'll be right back to the show in just a couple of seconds. But before we do that, I want you to meet two extraordinary people who are really responsible for a great deal of this production. To my right is Alphonse, the juggling master for this production.
No, that's Alphonse.
Alphonse.
It's two names.
All right.
A lot of people.
And you, sir, are Mr. J. Todd Fleming. He's the dramaturge with this production. If you don't mind, I'll get back to you in just a second. We'll go talk to Alphonse.
Wasn't that exciting?
It was very exciting, and I have to ask you right away, first of all, you're the juggling master. Now, it seems to me that an awful lot of people in this cast know how to juggle already.
They all know how to juggle.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Well, I didn't teach them how to juggle. Many of them are, as you can see, expert jugglers.
Okay.
I work in the preparation prior to the show. I come here a few hours early, and I stay through the show, and I give them limbering exercises because, you know, juggling is all in the hands. You know, that's where it takes place, the fingers. So we do a lot of finger exercises, finger foods, finger painting kind of things. We do that for about a half an hour, and then after that we go. That's sort of, you might think
that help? Because if you
well,
didn't
that
do that,
loosens
would
them
you...
up. Because as you can see from the show, there's a certain zany quality.
Yes.
So as much as try it. You'll
I'll
see.
do that,
Just
but
try it.
this would prevent injuries.
No, you got to do the
You wouldn't juggle with the mouth, would you?
No, this has nothing to do with the actual. This is more of a psychological thing.
So after you do that, that pretty much wraps it up?
Then during the show, I'm backstage sweating, running around, making sure that everything stays up in the air as much as possible, because that's the most important
And
thing.
you do
in
this
juggling.
because it prevents injuries, or it...
What?
You train and help people loosen up.
Well, it's like a master to keep them in shape for what they do.
Where did you learn to do this?
I learned juggling in ABRUPT, which is...
I guess my microphone was off?
Oh, did they hear the question?
I don't know. I'll ask it again. Where did you learn how to do this?
I learned in ABRUPT.
ABRUPT, in Italy?
In Italy, yes. We started with, when I was a little boy, with olives.
With olives. You were self-taught? Or you...
No, it's a tradition, ABRUPT tradition.
In ABRUPT, everybody
juggles olive.
And is there an institute or something where one can do this? Oh, I'm supposed to put it on my shirt.
Yes, you have to put that on.
Everyone is going like this. All right. So there's an institute, and you just graduated into this job.
Yes.
You've done a wonderful
It's a family business. Yes,
May
it's
I?
mostly Actually, the biggest concern that we had in doing this production was to try to keep as much of Shakespeare's text out of the way, and so that it wouldn't get in the way of the juggling. And I think we succeeded.
I think maybe you have. I think probably you would agree.
Well, I think this is a thorn in my side. I mean, we've done a very good job, but keeping Shakespeare's text in was my job.
What?
So you see, we're at odds with one another.
Yes, well, we did...
we both did our jobs, but...
What is a dramaturge? Dramaturge.
Well, a dramaturge's job is to handle anything having to do with the drama of the play, or anything which might be in any way turgid. So the dramaturgy, of course, is what it's called in general. And anything dramatologically would be my area of expertise, or within my purview. So I was the dramaturg, or dramaturge.
It's not entirely clear to me exactly what you did on this production.
On this production, it was my job, in opposition to my friend here, to try to keep the text as pure, as accurate, as authentic as possible. As much like the original Comedy of Errors, which Shakespeare wrote in his time.
And how well do you think you've done? Because I have to say it doesn't...
Badly, very badly.
Yes.
I think that's good.
Well, it's no thanks to you. The point is, I lost some battles, I won some battles. For example, they wanted to call it the characters Dromio of Syracuse and Dromio of Poughkeepsie. And I held out for the original...
Speaking of the original play now, when was this play originally produced? Or where was it?
Originally, it was in the Globe Theatre in London, and it was originally produced in 1594, and was produced by the Schuberts. The original story is not Shakespeare's. Of course, that's generally well known in Shakespearean circles, but was a story by the Roman playwright Plautus.
Yes, Plautus.
Plautus, which was called the Menachmi, or the Menachmi. And later that story was expanded by Shakespeare, or Shakespeare. And he expanded, of course, and created a play which he called The Errors of Comedy, or The Comedy of Errors, which is the way it is known now in the present, or the present.
The present.
At this time.
Yes. Would you like to...
I would like to show you or give you a demonstration of the
I don't think that'll be necessary. We're talking about the text.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're trying to get the actual text.
What we actually have, both of you gentlemen should know, is two other guests who will be joining us. Again, the intermission is very short. Again, you cannot go anywhere to do anything, because we'll have two guests in just a second. We're going to be right back after a very, very short pause. Don't stay where you are. Go to the ends. Go to the ends.
This program is made possible by a grant from Exxon. Exxon, quality you can count on in the performing arts. This program is also made possible by grants from the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation, the Robert Wood Johnson Jr. Charitable Trust, the National Endowment for the Arts, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Local presentation of great performances on KQEC is made possible in part by grants from Gensler & Associates Architects and by Banana Republic, purveyor of travel clothing and travel books for destinations, domestic and exotic. Additional funding is provided by the members of KQED. Tomorrow we cross the channel to learn about life in Edwardian England at Eaton Place, upstairs, downstairs. And there's a lover that comes by, there's a rude fiancé, and there's some startling news for the parents at the Bellamy's, upstairs, downstairs, tomorrow at 5. And tomorrow evening we present a moving documentary about a San Francisco performance artist and founder of the Theater Rhinoceros, Chuck Solomon, the story of coming of age, tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. In July, we resume with the full gavel-to-gavel coverage of the Iran-Contra hearings when the public sessions resume on Tuesday, July 7th. The witness at that time, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North. Those hearings will also be carried on KQED-FM Radio 88.5 starting July 7th at 9 a.m. This is KQEC San Francisco, Channel 32, and now we return to the Lincoln Center Farrago.
We're just about to go back to the play. The intermission is almost over, so please don't leave wherever you are. On my right hand, on my left hand, two more guests, both of them deeply involved in this production. Sorry, one of them deeply involved in the production, the other a real guest. Professor Peter Pence to my right, and Mr. Donald Sister to my left. We'll come back to you, Mr. Sister, in just a second. But first, Professor Pence. My notes here say that you are the Bakunin Professor of Humanities at the University of...
Scunthorpe.
Of
Scunthorpe, yes.
Scunthorpe.
With an N.
Scunthorpe. And we're, of course, quite familiar with your work because he is the author of the text that advocates a more contemporary, a more familiar Shakespeare for all of us. So I have to ask you right off, you've seen the show, the first act anyway. How does the language seem to you?
Well, I don't think it really goes far enough in modernizing Shakespeare, you know. I mean, in my book, Shakespeare Pro Laureate, I lay out the basic premises that Shakespeare was always took the side of the working man,
yes,
which we see in this production. We see that he supports the servants, there's money at its core, and the merchants get it in the neck.
Yes, I see.
That was always Shakespeare's way. Will of the people, I like to call it.
Yes, but language again. Now, the language does seem fairly traditional to Shakespeare.
Well, it doesn't really go far enough, you know. I mean, the trouble with Shakespeare is that although the stories are really good, you know, the language is a real barrier. A real barrier. I mean, take Hamlet, for example.
Okay.
I mean, it's just incomprehensible to the modern ear, especially the ear of young people. And I think it's very important that we get Shakespeare out to the young people.
Well,
I mean, at Hamlet, for example, it's got a great story. I mean, here's this teenager type, you know, this college student. He doesn't like the man that his mother's remarried. He's in love with a girl. He doesn't like her father. So what does he do? One way or another, he kills him.
Yes.
Now, that's something that today's teens can identify with.
But you would change a phrase or certain... Give me one example, then we'll move right on. But one example of a phrase you'd change.
I'll give you a very easy example. Take Hamlet's famous soliloquy, for instance.
Yes.
Now, that is impenetrable to the modern ear. Now, I would rewrite it like this. To kill myself or not to kill myself, that's what I'm asking myself.
That's good.
Whether to tough it out and not kill myself, or just to give in and kill myself. I just don't know. You see, that's simple and it's clear.
I think that you have something there. May I turn to the company astrologer?
Yes, sir.
That's what they say you are. Donald Sister, company astrologer. Now, do you read the stars for...
And the planets, too. Don't ever forget the planets, because you got your stars, you got your planets, and then you got your cosmos, all interconnectedly working on the integrity of the one project.
But for whom do you read the stars? I mean, you're in a company, in a theater
For the company, for the actors, for the people who are coming up with the whole idea for the show.
To do what, for example?
Well, like, first, one thing, you take this particular show. Shakespeare was a Taurus. Shakespeare's in the show. A Taurus is rooted in the ground. He's stubborn. He does not talk much. This Shakespeare doesn't talk much. We worked that out. We made him stubborn. He'll have a fit. You'll see that. Secondly, this is not a Taurus play. This is a Gemini play. Don't be surprised. You got twins. You got two sets of twins. Geminis are conflicted people. They have double images. In addition to that, we have a Gemini personality, a classic personality Gemini case, the man in the gold lame suit, leather suit. He doesn't know who he is. Is he one character? Is he two characters? That's for you to figure out. People will be talking about this forever, and it's in the stars.
Now, you also, I understand, help the company prepare for tragedy or disaster.
We're always checking the dates and the stars and the planets. That's why tonight's a good night. Tonight is a good night. You know, we can tell who's going to be sick, or who's going to be indisposed, or who might get hit by a car, because it's in the planets. It was already written. It was written earlier before.
I see. So an understudy could get here like the day before.
3 days before. We want them to get up in the part and to handle the clubs and the knives and the batons. They just can't walk in and do it.
So this, you know, it sounds almost to me like insurance.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It pays off. It's the best.
Well, thank you so much. I see they're getting close. Listen, the group here, you are a little bit upset here because you don't think that the show goes far enough. No. You, on the other hand, find...
Rubbish. It goes much too far. Fleming?
I like it.
What? Wait a minute.
It's good. It's good. It's fun, and we know it's good.
It's fun, but it's not pure, and it's not part of the...
It's a big hit. It's going to last forever. We've seen it. We've read it.
Well, that's a hypnotic sort of...
I think what he's saying is just...
You could be an understudy.
I am an understudy.
I
have to
admire him
pick up something
entirely
wherever I
because he's
can.
trying to do something, make it a popular show. But this is elitist dribble.
How do you stand on this now? This group over here...
You want to sit up in your ivory tower and stroking your
I'm
Shakespeare.
sorry. This is an excellent program.
Gentlemen, one question, please. One question. What do you think collectively Shakespeare would have thought of this production? One at a time, let's do it. Do you think he'd like it? Yes or no, do you think he'd like it?
My memory is not, as best I recall it, I think that he would like the juggling aspect of it.
Like it or not like it?
I'd give a definite yes or no.
And like it or not like it?
Bigger
Shakespeare.
than Jupiter. Bigger than Jupiter.
And like it or not like it?
I think Bacon would turn over in his grave.
Bacon?
Bacon.
Oh,
Bacon. Bring it forth.
That's another discussion. Something else you know nothing.
I'd like to thank all of you. I've forgotten all of your names, actually, but we're going to go back now to the second part of William Shakespeare's The Comedy of Errors.
And after that intellectually stimulating exercise during our intermission feature, we're nearly ready for the second part of The Comedy of Errors, coming to you live from Lincoln Center, from the stage of the Vivian Beaumont Theater in New York City's Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts. This production of The Comedy of Errors, incidentally, originated at the Goodman Theater in Chicago, and the first performance there was in 1983, and then the production was brought to Los Angeles for the Olympic Arts Festival there. Those of you who are watching this evening are encouraged to visit The Comedy of Errors on a trip to New York, because it will be appearing here on the Vivian Beaumont stage for virtually the entire summer. And audiences already in the city have flocked to see it, and the opportunity to see it still exists for those of you who plan vacation periods in New York City. Backstage, things are nearly ready for the start of the second part of The Comedy of Errors, and let's now go to it.
Hey, come back here! I'll kill you! I got you! Do you know, since Pentecost the sum is due, and since I have not much importing due, nor now I had not, but that I am bound to Persia and want guilders for my voyage, therefore make present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer. Even just the sum that I do owe to you is growing to me by Antipholus, and in the instant that I met with you, he had of me a chain. At 5 o'clock, I shall receive the money for the same. I don't want to miss live at 5. Now, please, if you walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my bond, and thank you, too. Now, cut that out!
Will I go to the goldsmith's house? Go thou and buy a rope's end. No, that will I bestow among my wife and her confederates for locking me out of my doors by day. But soft, I see the goldsmith. Get thee gone. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
I buy £1,000 a year. I buy a rope.
A man is well hope up that trusts to you. I promised your presents and a chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me.
What?
Belike you thought our love would last too long if it were chained together and therefore came not.
Saving your merry humor, here's the note. How much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the fineness of the gold, and chargeful fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand debted to this gentleman here. Damn right! I pray you see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea and stays but for it.
I'm not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good signor, take the stranger to my house, and with you bring the chain, and bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I shall be there as soon as you.
Well, then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bear it with you, lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long. My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say whether you'll answer me or no. If not, I'll leave him to the officer. Whoa, wait a minute.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave it you half an hour since. Right before the intermission. Well, you saw it, didn't you? That guy in the string tie.
You gave me none. You wrong me much to say so.
Well, you wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit. Well, officer, arrest him and my suit. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I do. I charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Oh, consent to pay thee that I never had? Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Gold! Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer.
What is this?
14 carats. Hey, work with me, work with me.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit. I do obey thee till I give thee bail. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master, there's the bark of that stays but till her owner comes aboard, and then she bears away. Our footage, sir, I have conveyed aboard, and I have bought the oil, and the balsamum, and the aquavitae. The ship is in her trim. A merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for naught at all, but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now, a madman? Why, thou peevish sheep? What ship of Epidamnum stays for me?
A ship you sent me to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end?
You sent me for a rope's end, sir, as soon you sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I will debate this matter at more leisure and teach your ears to list me with more heed.
Huh?
To Adriana's villain, hie thee straight.
Okay.
Give her this key. No, give her this key. And tell her, in the desk that's covered o'er with Turkish tapestry, there's a purse of ducats. Let her send it.
Turkish taffy.
Tell her I'm arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hie thee, slave, be gone. On, officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana's. That is where we dined, where Dowsabel did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill.
Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest? Yea or no? Looked he or red, or pale, or sad, or merrily? What observation madest thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
But first he did deny you had in him no right.
He meant he did mean none, the more my spite.
Oh, then swore he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Oh, then pleaded I for you.
And what said he?
Oh, that love I begged of you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
Oh, with words that in an honest suit might move. Oh, first he praised my beauty, then my speech.
Did speak him fair?
Patience, I beseech.
I cannot! No, I will not! Hold me still! My tongue, though not my heart, shall have its will. He is deformed, crooked, old, unsere, ill-faced, worse body, shapeless everywhere, vicious, vicious.
of such a one. No evil lost is wailed when it's gone.
Oh, but I think him better than I say. And yet what here in others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest, the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Just let me see it. Go to the depths of the purse sweat now, make haste.
Well, how hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in Tartar limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting garment hath him, one whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel, a fiend, a fury, pitiless and rough, a wolf, nay worse, a fellow all in buff, a back friend, a shoulder clapper. Maybe I can explain it to you. One that countermands the passages of alleys, creeks, and narrow lands. No, huh? A hound that counter, and yet draws dry foot well. One that before the judgment carries poor souls to hell.
Why, man, what is the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case.
What? Is he arrested? Well, tell me at whose suit.
I know not at whose suit he's arrested well, but is in a suit of buff which rested him, that can I tell. But will you send him, mistress, redemption? The money in his desk?
Go fetch it, sister. Oh, this I wonder at, that he, unknowns to me, should be in debt. Go, Dromio.
Okay.
There's the money.
Thank you.
Bear it straight and bring thy master home immediately. Come, sister. I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit, my comfort and my injury.
There's not a man I meet but doth salute me as if I were their well-acquainted friend, and everyone doth call me by my name. Hey, you! It's all right. All right. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now, a tailor called me in his shop, showed me silks that he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body.
Lincoln Center!
Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for. What, have you got the picture of old Adam, new apparel?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean?
Not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that keeps the prison.
What?
He that goes in the calf skin that was killed for the prodigal.
Say again?
He that came behind you, sir, like an evil angel, and bid you forsake your liberty.
I understand thee not.
No?
No.
Why, 'tis a plain case. He that went like a bass viol in a case of leather.
I don't get it.
The man, sir, that when gentlemen are tired, gives them a bob and rests them.
No capiche.
He, sir, that takes pity on decayed men and gives them suits of durance.
Sorry.
Ever have a day when nobody understood what you were trying to
guy?
say? He that sets up his rest to do more exploits with his mace than a Morris pike.
What? Thou meanst an officer!
Aye, sir. Was that Memorex? Aye, sir, the sergeant of the band. He that brings any man to answer it that breaks his band. The one that thinks the man always going to bed and says, God give you good rest.
There, sir! Rest in your foolery. Is there any ships put forth? May we be gone!
Why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the bark expedition put forth, and then were you hindered by the sergeant to tarry for the hoity way. Here are the angels that you sent for to deliver you.
The fellows distract, and so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power deliver us from hence!
God, is it great to be back from Betty Ford's. Well met, Master Antipholus. I see, sir, you have found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan avoid, I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Nay, she is worse. She is the devil's Sam. And here she comes in the habit of a light wench. And there comes it that the wenches say, God damn me, that's as much to say, God make me a light wench. It is written, they appear to men like angels of light. Light is the effect of fire, and fire will burn. Ergo, light wenches will burn. Come not near her.
You're a man and you are marvelous, Mary, sir. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
Master, if you do, expect spoon meat, or bespeak a long spoon.
Oh, why, Dromio?
Marry, sir, he must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
Avoid then, fiend. What tell'st thou me of supping? Thou art, as you are all, oh sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me, and be gone. Amscray, yesterday.
17. Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond, the chain you promised. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Avaunt, thou witch! Look, it's Vanna White!
What's she wearing? Play me something nice. Come now, a rondo and a fairy song. They're my favorite. That's Midsummer Night's Dream, Act 2, Scene 2. Now out of doubt, Antipholus is mad, else would he never so demean himself. A ring he hath of mine worth 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. Oh. My way is now to hie home to his house and tell his wife that being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. Of this course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose. Now stand up and unfold yourself. Look to the queen there, ho! That's Hamlet. Ain't you old goat? That's Coriolanus, Act 3, Scene 1. And away we go, that's Jackie Gleason, Channel 11. Never steal a diamond from a working girl. Up, up, and away!
It's 4 o'clock, you heavy mothers.
Fear me not, man. I will not break
the rope?
500 ducats, villain, for a rope!
I'll serve you, sir, 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To a rope's end, and to that end I am returned.
And to that end, sir, I will welcome you!
No!
That be passion!
For me to be late! I am in adversity!
You hold your tongue!
I rather persuade him to hold his hand!
Thou harsh and senseless villain!
Did I worse than that I might not feel your blows!
Thou art principle is nothing but blows and silver.
I'm in absolute need! You may prove it by my long years! How long have you two been going around together? Starlight thing didn't work out, huh?
Shut up!
I have served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant, and I have nothing for my service at his hands but blows. When I'm cold, he heats me with beating. When I'm warm, he cools me with beating. I'm waked with it when I sleep, raised with it when I sit, driven out of doors with it when I go from home, welcomed home with it when I return. Nay, I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar wont her brat, and I think when he has lamed me, I'll beg with it from door to door. Respice finum, respect your end, or rather to prophesy like the parrot, beware the rope's end.
How say you now? Is not your husband mad?
His incivility confirms no less. Pence, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Oh, alas, how fiery and sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
There is my hand, and let it feel your ear.
I charge thee, Satan, housed within this month, to yield possession to my holy praise. Unto thy state of darkness, hide thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Peace, doting wizard, peace! I'm not mad!
Oh, that thou wert not, poor distressed soul!
You minion, you! Are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face revel and feasted at my house today? Whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut, and I denied to enter in my house?
Go get him, big girl!
God doth know you dined at home.
Dined at home? Now, villain, what sayst thou?
Well, sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Were not my doors shut up and I locked out?
Parody, your doors were shut and you locked out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself reviled you there.
Did not her kitchen maid rail, taunt, and scorn me?
Certes, she did. The kitchen vestal scorned you.
And did not I enraged apart from thence?
In verity, you did. My bones bear witness that sense have felt the vigor of his rage.
Is it good to soothe him in these contraries?
Well, it is no shame. The fellow finds his vein and yielding to him, you must well his frenzy.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
Money by me? Heart and goodwill you might, master, but surely not a rag of money.
Whence not thou to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me and I delivered it.
And I am witness with her that she did.
God and the rope maker, bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress, what man and master is possessed?
No.
I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Say, wherefore didst make scorn of me, but with these nails I'll pluck out these false eyes that would behold in me this shameful sport.
No! Bind him! Bind him! Let him come not near me!
Thou jailer, thou, I am thy prisoner. Will thou suffer them to make arrest?
Masters, let him go! He's our prisoner, you shall not have him!
No!
Master, make a wish!
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
Lady, he is our prisoner. If we let him go, the debt he owes will be required of us.
I will discharge thee ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed home to my house. Oh, most unhappy day.
Oh, most unhappy strumpet!
Master, I'm here entered in bond for you.
Out on thee, villain! Wherefore dost thou mad me?
Master, will you be bound for nothing? Be mad! Cry the devil!
Bear them hence! Come, sister. Say now.
Now!
Whose suit? Whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo the goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it due?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
When as your husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring. The ring I saw upon his finger now. And straight after did I meet him with a chain.
Well, it may be so, but I did never see it.
Oh, she is such
What a bitch! Come, jailer. Bring me where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large.
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
Yeah. She that would be your wife now ran from you.
How's it feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Come to the centaur, fetch our stuff from thence. I long that we were sound and safe aboard.
Faith, stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they speak us fair. Give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation that, but for the mountain of mad flesh that claims marriage of me, I could find it in my heart to stay here still and turn witch.
Snap out of it, man! I'll not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore, away to get our stuff aboard.
Okay.
You betcha!
I'm sorry, sir, that I have hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me. Though most dishonestly, he doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir. Of credit infinite, highly beloved. Second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Just speak softly yonder as I think he walks.
'Tis so. And that self-chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrously to have. Good sir, draw near with me. I'll speak to him. Senior Antipholus. I wonder much that you would put me to such shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself, with circumstance and oaths, so to deny this chain, which now you wear so openly. Besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment. You have done wrong to this, my honest friend here.
Damn right!
Who but for staying on our controversy had hoisted sail and put to sea today? Now, this chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
So that you did, sir, and forswore it, too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest did hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis pity that thou livest to walk where any honest men resort. Ha! Sword!
Cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man.
The wrong play!
I am peppered, I warrant, for this world. The plague on both your houses! A dog, a rat, a mouse. Tell Laura I love her. A cat. Scratch a man to death! Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought it all for the best.
Hold! Hurt him not, for God's sake, he's mad! Son, get within him. Take his sword away. Bind Dromio and bring them home to my house!
Run, master, run!
Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence! Let us come in, that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
I'm sorry now I did draw on him.
How long hath this possession held the man?
This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much, much different than the man he was. But till this afternoon, his passion now brake into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by a rack of sea?
Nope.
Buried some dear friend?
Nah.
Hath not else his eyes strayed his affection in unlawful love, a sin prevailing much in youthful men who give their eyes the liberty of gazing? Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these.
Oh, you're a liar, hands on fire!
Except it be the last, namely some love that drew him oft from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Haply in private.
And in assemblies, too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of my conference. In bed, he slept not for my urging it. At board, he fed not for my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In company, I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And thereof came it that the man was mad. The venom clamors of a jealous woman, poisoned more deadly than a mad dog's tooth.
Oh, yeah!
In food, in sport, and life-preserving rest to be disturbed, would mad, or man, or beast. The consequence is then, thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
Oh, it's her fault! Well, I saw
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he demeaned himself rough, rude, and wildly. Oh, why value these rebukes and answer not?
Because she did betray me to mine... She did betray me to mine own reproof. Let your servants bring my husband forth.
No, he took his place for sanctuary. You shall not have him.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs.
Just say no!
And holy prayers to make of him a formal man again. Therefore depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him. And get your foot off my house.
Pray to the use of these indignities.
Come in. Go. I will fall prostrate at the Duke's feet and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abbey.
Hi there! 5, 1, 2, 3, 4.